Hello tubers, it's your crazy British bloke here. Well, you've all been asking me a lot of questions about my best mate Pugs' past. I haven't answered any of them, so what I thought I'd do is I'd come down to the hospital today and see him and see if he wants to tell his side of the story. So I'm going to go in and ask him, and if he wants to, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So we'll go and see. Right then tubers, I'm in here with my good friend Pug now. Now Pug, a lot of the tubers have been asking me questions about this incident with this 15-year-old girl. Now, would you like to say your story?
Sure. It was 2:30 in the morning, and it was about a month after all my tools were stolen out of my van, and so I installed security cameras on my house. And I thought I seen my van light coming on again, and so I was paying attention to the camera, and then I seen my van light go out and 4 people walk in front of my house, and so I immediately jumped up and ran outside, and on the way outside I grabbed a bat, and just as I opened the door, there was 2 people walking across my neighbor's lawn to break into their vehicles, and there was one person was sitting in the driver's seat of my pickup truck, because I have 2 driveways out of my van and 1 driveway, and pickup truck in the other driveway, and they'd already broken into my van, and now they were breaking into my pickup truck, and I just ran outside and smashed the first one that I seen in the head. And when they screamed, I realized it was a girl, because it was 2:30 in the morning, it was pitch black out, they were all wearing black hoodies, and there was 4 of them, so I wasn't about to go outside and, ask them what they were doing before I had control of the situation.
So you never knew until that moment that it was a 15-year-old girl?
No.
No. Oh.
And it ended up she was 17 at the time, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
But when I hit her, she screamed, and I realized it was a female, and I just stopped right there, and I let her run down the street, you know, and then later on, maybe an hour later, the police came and arrested me for assault. And
then they were saying that you had marijuana or something in your basement, yeah?
Yeah.
So what's all that about?
I had it all started because of a car accident in 2003, and I started smoking a lot of pot because I had hurt my shoulder and my back and stuff, and it just sort of escalated into not being able to work because of the injuries and not being able to afford to smoke pot, and it just sort of progressed into me growing it, and I got busted. But since I got busted, I haven't so much as had a puff out of a joint. So.
Well, I know that you don't even have a drink of a beer or anything. I think you're a little bit more squeaky clean than the old bloke, actually. Yeah. And then they were saying in the newspaper and that about some stolen stuff or something,
Well, they said in the paper that it was a theft, but I was actually charged with possession of stolen property, and the story behind that is I seen a camping trailer. It was like an 18-foot Jayco, or I think Jayco is the name of it, camping trailer, for sale for $4,000. I think it was for $5,000, but I offered him $4,000, and he said, to come and look at it. So I went and looked at it, and it was parked in his driveway, and we talked about it, and I gave him the $4,000, and I hooked onto it and took it home. And about 20 minutes after I got home, the police came there and arrested me for possession of stolen property, and then I come to find out that it was the owner's son who was, addicted to crack, or I'm not sure what he was addicted to, but he was on drugs of some kind, and
he sold you the trailer?
He sold me his dad's trailer, so when his dad, and obviously his dad come home and seen the trailer was gone, and so, the son said that, oh, I seen who took it, and here's his license plate number, and blah, 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 and of course he's not going to admit, oh, Dad, I sold your trailer for $4,000 for drug money, so...
So they arrested you?
So they arrested me.
And then they piled all the whole lot all together,
Yep.
and that was that. So, well, there you go.
And after the judge heard all the evidence and sort of knew all the stuff, I got sentenced to 90 days because I did break the law. I was in possession of stolen property. I did assault somebody, and I was growing marijuana. But because, it's not like I just went out and viciously attacked some innocent girl for no reason.
90 days is just a bit of a misdemeanor, really. Anyone else might have got 5 or 6 years for something like that. So you can see, Tubers, that the true side of the story, really. Okay then, Pug. Thanks for saying your side of it, mate.
Right on.
Thanks a lot.